So, quick update, shed upgrades. So I've got the lathe over here, I've got the nice black-hearted sassafras yarn bowl on the lathe, working on that. But I am been working on, put up a couple of buttons just on the, screwed into the angle line on the side of the shed. I've got some plywood coming in a couple of days or tomorrow. Going to start insulating and lining this shed with some plywood so then I can work my way around. The place is a bit of a cluster fork at the moment, considering I've just got piles of stuff everywhere. Spent some time the other day cleaning, but so that didn't last too long because as I've moved some stuff around to try and make space for get the stuff out of here where there was some shelving, I've had to move things out. I've got a whole pile of stuff out here that was in the shelves that I've got to get rid of or find other homes for. One thing I have realised is, dagnammit, I have a whole bunch of timber there. I've got all these probably rolling pin blanks or something like that. Found a toolbox down there that's just full of like pen blanks and other bits and pieces. Little bowl blanks. I haven't got too much AP2 for the bowls at the moment because I've tried to work that down, but I've also got all the stuff up in the shelf up here that I've got to turn. Got all my bowl blanks, so I've got some camphor laurel over here, some human pine ones there, so those ones I've got to turn. These ones are some green bowl blanks I got from Tasmania earlier this year, as much as those ones up there. I've got some oak, some human pine, I've got coachwood, as well as a whole bunch of little bowl blanks over there to turn. So yeah, I've got some work ahead of me. I've also got a whole bunch of limbs and limbs of some silver birch and things up there that I've got to do something with at some point, and obviously part of this refit's going to be timber storage. That'll be fun. And then I'm going to work on getting this area tidied up to make a proper turning station. I put in some LED lights up here and up here, so they've got a bit better lighting because it was pretty crap before. But anyway, it's about the size of it at the moment. Days working on it so far, well, about a day and a half. Got 3 good panels of it done. So I've just cut in around where the existing power is. That's not actually connected to real power, so there's no danger there at the moment, but I was thinking when I do get the shed connected to the mains power, I'm going to probably just rerun down those areas where I've got exposed wiring and I can see where it is and there's no accidents in cutting wires because I can see them. Yeah, well, that's about where it's going at the moment, so it'll probably tomorrow I'm going to do the part down the bottom there, and then I'll pull out everything off the sheds, and I was actually going to do panels in behind all the shelving up there. That's all welded onto the uprights, so I'm not going to take out that shelving at the moment, but what I was thinking I might do is once I've actually insulated, I might build a cupboard down underneath here, which might be helpful for storing some of the crap that I've got sitting outside the shed. And I will have to redo those dodgy timber racks up there because those, with the weight, are sagging quite heavily, and they haven't actually got that much weight on them at the moment because all my big AP2 stuff is up on some sawhorses outside. That's the other thing I was going to do. I was also going to cut in some little panels around here. I've just got some gaps here, so I'm going to probably get some panels at some point. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that yet, but I'll put some inserts there. I might even go over the top and then pin them in. And I'm going to build a little box around that corner frame there. Been using a bit of rust converter and stuff on the where the corrosion's seeping through, being an old shed from sometime in the 60s at a guess, possibly 70s. It shows a bit of age at times. So down the side of the shed here, fairly big hole there I've got to patch at some point, but also yeah, down around here you can see where there's been dead leaves and stuff pile up around here. It's rotted out the shed a bit down here, so I've got rust converter on that. I'm putting some paint all over that at the moment. So the main thing is some rust converter on that on the outside. When I get around to that side of the shed underneath all that crap over there, I'll do the same on the other side. On the inside I'll put some rust converter on that, then patch the holes and do something there to try and stop some of the water coming in. Apart from that, it's going to be good, but that section over there where that tool board is at the moment, it's hopefully going to be where the potbelly stove is going to go, so I'll be able to hopefully patch around that. And that will be the part that makes my shed toasty warm. And now that it's got all the insulation in here, yeah, it'll stay nice and toasty warm. And hopefully not too warm in summer. Hopefully keep it out. That's one of the jobs I've got to do, is do something with that roof, because that's going to be really where the heat comes in summer. Gets a bit warm in here in summer. Finished that bit down there. It's taken me about 3 days worth of work, but I've got now the walls along one side of the shed lined. I made a box around the support post in the corner there today, so that's looking relatively tidy. It's needs a little bit of quad just to tidy up maybe. Still not quite sure how I'm going to get around to doing the shelves, because up the back I don't want to lose too much depth in the shelf to insulation and lining. So at the moment I'm just going to leave them bare, and that'll be the one little bit of uninsulated stuff. So on the upside, maybe that extra heat might help dry out things like the wet ones down here. I'm going to get rid of all the paints and stuff and crap up there, and I think these ones will be for bowl blanks and some of the slabs I've got. Next step is, one sec, I'll look out with the dog in. Just. Come here, bud. Next step is, I figure rather than spending time and energy trying to line the shelves just yet, I'm going to do this wall. So I think the next step for me is I'm going to, from the brickwork up, I think I'm going to build a little stud wall in there, then line that with plywood. Underneath, around about where the brickwork is, I want to build a miter saw station across there. Maybe run the drill press maybe on rails or something like that, so it can slide in and out of the road of the miter saw. Anyway, so that's been about the size of it this week. Not getting a lot of turning done. I've got the couple of bowls that I've started but not finished. Got a lot of crap to move back inside. I'll have to basically find storage for that somehow in here. And the other job I've got to do is I'm going to move the dust extractor from over near the lathe to in the corner over there. So I'm going to put that in there and probably frame up a little wall around that to try and keep the noise down. Run a vent outside so it doesn't build up positive pressure, and that should make turning more pleasant. That's about the size of it for the last week or so. Anyway, I'll catch you later on. See ya.